job in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, so I think we can start now. I will share my screen. And
I can see your screen, chị ơi.
Okay, yeah. And sorry because I have a kind of health issue today. And if you cannot hear my voice quite well, you can interrupt and I will repeat it to you.
Yes, thank you a lot.
Okay, so and I will skip the part about me because Chang already mentioned it to you. This is the three main parts that we will discover today. The first is about Decathlon Global and Decathlon Vietnam, some information for you to know more about us. The second part is how to corporate recruit and a case study from Decathlon Vietnam for you. The third
sorry to interrupt you, because on the screen I just can see like the like I see it the how can I say, like it's not the slide. Can you say slide? Yeah. It is a Microsoft Teams desktop.
Okay. Desktop. Here?
Yes. Yeah.
It's okay, right?
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay. Okay, and the third part is our job opportunities, and we finish with the questions and answer. The first part, we will discover some history and the core values of Decathlon Vietnam. Firstly, I will start with the values and purposes of Decathlon Vietnam. Chang, can you help me to play the video and with the subtitle? Because the video is very interesting and I want to show it to all of you.
Yes,
To sustainably make the pleasure and benefits of sport accessible to the many. These words that we proudly state are the expression of our purpose. It is for this purpose that we, women and men at Decathlon, get up every single morning. By imagining a tent that can unfold itself, we allow millions of people to go camping. By making breathing underwater possible, we allow millions more to discover the underwater world. By focusing on eco-design for the conception of our products, we give a second life to millions of plastic bottles. Gestures from each one of us have positive and sustainable consequences for every sport user. Sometimes on the field next door, sometimes at the top of a mountain, or on the other side of the world. The pleasure and benefits of sport can be shared anywhere. In a world where sport has so much to give, providing attractive, innovative and technical products at the lowest price is not a job. It's our mission. Everywhere. For everyone. Because we love sport users. Decathlon.
Can you see my screen, Chang?
Yes, chị ơi.
Okay. So thank you, Chang, for helping me to show the video. I hope that you can feel with us the sport vibes when you see the purpose of the company. And I want to introduce to you. We are Decathlon. We are Decathlon. We are one of the biggest sporting companies in the world, and our company mission is sports for the many, to sustainably make the pleasure and benefit of sport accessible to the many. And this is how Decathlon differentiates itself from other players in the sport market, because we focus on serving the demand of the mass customers. We believe that playing sport is not a privilege, but it is a benefit for all. This is why in Decathlon we offer a wide range of choice for 70 sports with affordable price and with great quality. No matter if you are a beginner or an intermediate or you are a professional sport player, you can easily choose a product with specific functions and price and suitable for the need via both the physical and online stores. I want to introduce to you our 4 values. Each company in the market, they exist because of one core values. And for our values, we have. Sorry. Can I continue?
Yes, I think
okay.
It's Nhung from Decathlon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will continue. And in the Decathlon values, we have the 4 keywords: the vitality, responsibilities, generosities, and authenticities. You can imagine that if you meet one person from Decathlon, you can find in them this kind of values. The first value is vitalities. Vitalities is about being positive and full of energy. This is the things we represent in our sport spirit, because at Decathlon, every employee is playing at least one kind of sports, and it's also shown in our daily activities. We take initiative, we adapt to change, and we love actions. The second value is the responsibilities. Responsibilities is about being accountable and being the main player in your own life. At Decathlon, you are granted the right to be autonomous, to take responsibilities, to make decisions within your scope of work. And when you make mistakes, you have the right to make it, and you will learn from it. And the third values is the generosities. It's about doing things from your heart and making yourself available for others. It's about our shared cultures. When you share with others, with not only your colleagues, but also the suppliers, but also the people in your network, everything that is useful to them. And the last point here is the authenticity. Authenticity simply is about being honest to yourself. You dare to be yourself. You are yourself at work. You don't need to be pretend to be anyone else. And this is the core values of our Decathlonians. And our teammates worldwide, we have more than 100,000 sporty and passionate teammates of 80 nationalities. And our teammates in all over the world, we share the same passion for sport. Let's go briefly into our history. This is our brand origin. In 1976, at the start, 7 sports enthusiasts and budding entrepreneurs, they met in a parking lot in France. This is the parking lot, the original place where Decathlon is founded. The founders of Decathlon, they want to change the way sport products were made and sold by offering a new concept. This is all sport under one roof, meaning that if you go with your family, and each of the person in your family, they can easily find the products of their own. And this is from the parking lot to the first store opened in Lille, France in 1976 by Michael Leclerc, to our global presence today in all over the world of Decathlon. At first, Decathlon is a retailer, meaning that when you go to the Decathlon store, you can find the sport products from other brands. But 10 years later, in 1986, we launched a Decathlon production, meaning that now we design and we manufacture our products. In the screen, you can see that this is the first product design, the Challenger bi-frame. And it's just the bi-frame, but it marks a start of a long story. And in 1996, we created our first brands, Chibo for water sport and Quechua for mountain sports. Because in Decathlon, you know, we have more than 20 passion brands. Each brand is specifically for each kind of sport, and this year marks the creation of the first two brands, Chibo and Quechua. And at Decathlon, we also focus on innovation products. For example, in 2005, we launched the Quechua 2-second tent. This is the first self-assemble and freestanding tent, a product that symbolizes the innovation process of the entire company. And also, in 2014, we created the Chibo Easy Breath Mask. This is the full face snorkeling mask that allows you to see and to breathe in the water. And 2 years ago, if you remember that during that time, the COVID-19 situation is quite horrible in the globe. That's why the scientists they changed the snorkeling mask into the ventilators in the context that we are short of the medical equipment for the COVID diseases. And this year, Decathlon we mark almost 50 years of sport, and our purposes are more than ever. It's about making sport accessible to as many people as possible. And we make it by offering a quite unique kind of concept store. Every sport under one roof, up to 7 spots per store on the areas ranging from 1,000 to 12,000 square meters. So at Decathlon, if you go to the store, you do not see any brand name Decathlon, because Decathlon it is a name of the group. You can find here each brand is specifically for a kind of sport, and based on an integrated model, we develop and sells our own brands. It's specifically designed to meet the demands and the needs of the different sports, and we control all stages of the production process, from research and development to manufacturing to logistics and sales. Decathlon presents the quality and affordable products directly to its community of sport lovers. I want to show you that Decathlon is a company that has a very full supply chain. When you can find here various of job opportunities, because we are controlling all stages of the production process and the selling process to the customers. And you can see here our presence globally. And now Decathlon is the first retailer. It is the biggest retailer of the sporting products in the world, with 1,718 stores in 60 countries. This is the statistic from last year. Okay, so I will give you some information about Decathlon Vietnam. Decathlon Vietnam was founded in 1995, and now we have over 500 teammates. We have over 80,000 indirect workers. This is the workers in the factories, which is the suppliers of Decathlon Vietnam. And we involve in 2 main activities, the productions and retail, meaning that we offer you a wide range of choice in the job vacancies. And Vietnam is the second biggest production countries of Decathlon worldwide. The first, the biggest production country is China. And now we have 2 main offices in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh cities, other offices in Huế and Da Nang. And the first, we opened 2 first stores 2 years ago. Sorry. Here we opened the first stores in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh cities in 2019. This is the Royal City store in Hanoi, Thanh Xuân store. and Aeon Mall Tân Phú store in Ho Chi Minh City. 2 years ago, in 2020, Decathlon Vietnam celebrates our the 25th anniversaries in Vietnam. Last year, we opened the third and the fourth store in Vietnam. This is Ho Chi Minh City, the store in Thảo Điền, and Hanoi, the Connect store in Aeon Mall Hà Đông. And I will briefly introduce to you our working environment, which is unique when you work as a Decathlonian. Firstly, I want to tell you that a Decathlon sport is our DNA. We are passionate about sport, and we can live with sport in our daily activities in here. The company encourages us to play sport in various ways, such as in the internal sport clubs, in a sports session after a long meeting day, or we can join the marathon or tournament outside working hours. This is also the way that can help us to recharge our energy and keep us vital at work. You can see here, this is all the pictures of my colleagues. They are playing sports not only inside the company, but also in several activities outside. And if you have the same passion and same energy for sport, and you practice regularly, congratulations, you are passionately matching with us, and maybe we can join some activities in the future. Here, the second thing is that our motto is to satisfy employees, because this is an intention that runs through all of our human resource policies. We believe that we will only make our customer happy if we are happy ourselves. And how Decathlon makes its employees happy? This is through the two key points. The first thing is that the freedom and responsibilities. This is because at Decathlon, you will have the room for making decisions and to be the main actor of your future. You are trusted and guided by your leaders and your human coach. They will be working with you very closely in your daily activities. They will give you the benevolent feedback to help you to promote your strong point, and to encourage you on the points to improve. And here we are very proud to be autonomous within our scope of work. For example, of myself, I started my career at Decathlon with the position of office assistant, meaning that I am responsible for all the things inside the office of Decathlon. But after 6 months, I feel that I want to apply for an HR roles to meet my previous experience and motivation. And that's why I wrote through the internal job applications, and I successfully changed my my role to HR leader and HR business partner. This is a kind of small example for you to know that at Decathlon, if you have the strong motivation and you have the competency for your dream role, then fight for it, and you will get achievement from that. Also, the company is strongly focusing on the training and developing the skills of the teammates. We have the chance to join a wide range of trainings on both the hard skill and the soft skill. Some trainings are organized in the office, and lots of them are held on site to bring us the practical views and application of the training into our job. You can see here, this is kind of on-site training. This is the trainer, and she are delivering the training course for her colleges. And because we believe that the best way and the shortest way to deliver a training is through learning by doing. And if you ever want to apply for a corporate like Decathlon, I will show you how we recruit and how we search for the potential profile. Firstly, it is clearly that every company has their own recruitment criteria. This is kind of the portrait of the candidates that they are looking for. Of course, this is just the basic point, and for each specific job of the company, they may have more or less criteria. But this is kind of the entrance test, meaning that if you have all of these criteria, you pass the entrance test of the company. I will show you. This is a profile that we are looking for. He or she should have vitality. Of course, this is the positive mindset with lots of energy. He or she should have the sportive spirit, love sport and practice regularly, should have the sense of service. This means that you are at the service of others. You have the team spirit. You love sharing with others, because at the Decathlon we promote the sharing routine. If you have something you want to feedback, or you have the knowledge, you have something very interesting, know-how, you can freely share with it with your colleagues. The 4 criteria is the concrete. This means that you should say what you do, and you should have like result-oriented mindset. You fight until the end. Responsible, of course, because this is one of the 4 core values of Decathlonian. Responsible means that you know how to make decisions while taking responsibilities of your own actions. Some may ask me that if you are junior profiles, how can you make the decision? At Decathlon, we have a very powerful tool for you. It's the advice process. If you are not confident of your taking a decision, you can ask the advice from your direct leader, or your human coach, or your mentor, to reduce the risk of your decision. And last but not the least, it's collaborative, because at Decathlon we promote the working in a network mode. We promote you working as the team player, and we work and we share the victory together. And I think that you should reflect a bit about yourself, about these criteria. If you wish to send the job application in Decathlon one day, because it may help you someday. And here I will introduce to you the recruitment process. How do we recruit? If you want to be a Decathlonian, which step you will go through? The first thing is the job posting, of course. When we advertise our job vacancies in some job posting site, the internal one is the Decathlon Talent website, decathlon.talent.vn, and Decathlon Vietnam job and Facebook. Later on, I will show you the link to these tools, and we also make it visible to other job posting sites. And my advice is, if you want to apply for us, follow us on these internal channels. And imagine that if you see a job posting from someone from Decathlon, for example, from me, HRSR, and you send us the job application, we will do the CV screening. And if in the CV we can find that you are a potential profile for our job vacancy, we will do the phone interview. This is when you receive the first interview via phone from HR department or your team leader for checking your application. You will be asked some initial questions to see the suitability with the job. For example, if you are playing sport or not, if you are having any constraint with traveling, and if you are matching with some specific requirement of the job, like Excel competency, etc. And this is the phone interview just lasts for about 15 or 20 minutes to acknowledge you that we already received your application and you are selected into our selecting round. And imagine that you pass the phone interview and the HR or team leader inform you about face-to-face interview. This point is very interesting because at Decathlon, the purpose of the face-to-face interview is not only for the company to select the candidate, but also we believe that this is also a chance for you to have a clear understanding of the company culture and value. This is the chance for us to discover our suitability with each other. And in the face-to-face interview, we want you to have the acknowledgement of the job content and other relevant things. That's why the face-to-face interview, the hiring team of Decathlon, we have a various version of the face-to-face interview. It's not limited to the one interview, but also the collective activities. I will show you. Here, this is how we do the face-to-face interview. It can be on the field recruitment. This is the image show that we organize for a group of candidates for production roles. They will have the chance to act as a Decathlonian for one day. They will join us on a full day at the factory. The factory is where Decathlon make our products, our textile or other kind of products. You will come to the factory with us. You will have a chance to discover the working environment, the factory system, and you do some case study to fully understand of the job content that you will do in the future. And here, it can be held also in the office. When we invite a group of the candidates, they will come to us, do some teamwork activities and presentations. Because we emphasize the team spirit a lot, and we want to observe you with some activities with other candidates and sports session, of course. After a long day or after a long session of collective interview, you will join with us some sports session. We will play sport together, and we will share the victory together. During 2 recent years, when we have the COVID-19 disease, we changed the format to online interview, but the content is not quite changed a lot. We keep the group activities and the individual activities to fully observe the candidates, because we want to observe you as thoroughly as possible. This can be a very useful information for us to transfer your profile later on to the team leader or HR or the mentor, so they can help you to promote your strong points and give you some feedback on the points to improve. If you want to experience with us, don't hesitate to submit your application. And last but not the least is the offer and interrotation step. Imagine that after the interview, the hiring team will make the final decision, and we choose the most suitable candidate. I would like to emphasize here the most suitable candidate, not the best candidate, because each leader and each project, they will have their own requirement, and they have their own project for the potential candidates. And if you pass all of the previous round and you successfully come to the offering round and interpretation, then congratulations. And I would like to share with you that during probation period, you not only stand by yourself, you will get the support from the project leader who will work closely with you and observe you on the performance, on the KPI. And also you will have the support from the mentor and the human resource team. We will provide to you not only the integration to the soft skill, but also we will give you some tips to integrate with our company value and culture. The purpose is the purpose for you is to be more self-confident and integrate quickly with the team and the company. And here for the for the last point, I will for the last point in this part, I will give you some tips for your success in your application in some corporate like Decathlon. I divided the process into 3 parts: before interview, during interview, and after interview, for you to be more to follow easier. Firstly, before interview, the first tip is to let's make your application document comprised of the curriculum vitae, the CV, and the cover letter outstanding, because this is the first impressions, and first impression really counts. You should check your documents thoroughly to eliminate kind of nonsense errors like the spelling or grammatical errors or some kind of formatting errors. You should keep the layout and content short, simple, and nice. Maybe 1 or 2 pages is enough. And you can have kind of the small adaptation, the small adjustment to match your CV and cover letter to each of the jobs, because it's really the plus point for that. Don't just pick one CV and apply to all of the companies. Then it's not the plus point if you're doing that. And secondly, you should do the research, because the time you spend on reading carefully the job descriptions and the company website is the well spent time. This is can help you can help you with 2 purposes. The first is to show your motivation, because you use the time to study about us, study about our job, study about our company, to understand more about it. And the second is to give you some information from the self-awareness. You will understand yourself. Why do you want to apply for the job? What are your strong points and points to improve comparing to the requirement of the profile? You really need to answer these questions to stand out your originality and your unique selling point. Personally, I do appreciate if you are young students or you are fresh graduate, you have less experience. If you are very clear about the future career path and you have clear development plan, you have a strong will to achieve your future target. So key point for before interview is that preparation. And during interview, you should show your appropriate attitudes, be on time and nice and neat, and focusing on the posture and gesture. You can sell yourself and be you. This is also linked to the previous part. Selling yourself in an interview is that when you know who you are and when you can show, not just simply tell the employer how suitable you are with the job. For example, if you want to say that you have a good skill for organizing events, you can show some number, data, and figures as well as the and figure to prove that you really nail the job, and also the data, the number can show the matching between you and the role. And all of this can be gained if you really have a proper preparation. Finally, after interview, no matter how the result is, you should take time to reflect your performance and do the self-evaluation. What did you do well and what could you have done better during the application? This can be a lesson learned for you for your next application in even same position, same company. But if you learn some lesson and then you improve it the next time, it will increase the chance for you to be accepted. And you know, at Decathlon, it's very funny that some of our teammates, they were successful after the second or even the third attempt. So if it's not a real match between you and the job, for example, if the job requires someone with 2 or 3 years of experience, but you are just fresh graduation, then you don't need to be sad, because all you need to do is to find another destination and come back after 2 or 3 years and prove that you are now suitable for the job. And also, one important point is that do not forget to keep contact with the interviewer. It can be the HR or the hiring leaders. Sometimes, if you are very potential, they can refer to you another position, not only inside their company, but also maybe in their friends or in other vacancy that they know. Okay, here I finished with some tips for your success. Actually, it's just a small tip because I have the time limitation. And if you want to dig more on this topic, I may deliver another detailed session for you in the future if we have the time. For the last part, I will show you some job opportunities at Decathlon. Firstly, like I mentioned before, we have the 2 internal platform when you can find the job opportunity at Decathlon in not only Hanoi but also in Huế, Đà Nẵng, Hội An, and Ho Chi Minh City. This is Decathlon career website, decathlon.talent.vn, and Decathlon Vietnam Job. Facebook, in here, you can easily search by typing the keywords. And here, I want to show you some job opportunities that we are looking for. This is quite a long list, but to be short and simple, this is some jobs for junior candidates in Ho Chi Minh and in Hanoi. I will name it for you. First is the accountant and administrative assistant in Ho Chi Minh, e-commerce operation leader in Ho Chi Minh, sport advisor full-time and part-time in both locations, customer relationship advisor full-time and part-time in both locations, and graphic designer part-time in Hanoi. As I can see that from the audiences, some of you comes from the supply chain management department and marketing. Let's try some search on the job on the retail part, because job in the production part is quite technical. The supply chain role is suitable, but for other like quality or R&D, it requires a bit technical. So I think that the job in supply chain and retail part the most suitable for MIT students. Okay, so later after we finish the workshop, I will send again the links for for Trang, so she can help to spread out the news for you to apply if you interested with our job opportunities. All right, so it's 1 hour already passed, and I hope that you have gained some useful information for your application in Decathlon and in other corporates in the future. If you want to ask some questions, feel free to let me know.
Okay, so chị ơi, now we turn to the most interesting part, that is the Q&A. And I have received lots of questions coming from students, both from the registration form and from the chat box as well. So
Okay.
now, yes, it's time for you to answer the question coming from our student. So the first question will be like, do you accept part-time employees?
Okay, so firstly, thank you, Chang, for helping me to collect the questions. To answer the first one, the answer is yes. We accept the part-time employees in both the production and the retail team. And for production, I think that you can search the job named the supply production leader part-time, meaning that you will assist the production team with some with some kind of operational task in the supply chain management. And for the retail, we often recruit the part-timers for sport advisors and customer service position, as well as some position like communication or graphic designer part-time. And again, we will gradually update our job vacancies on the internet platform. So if you want to know the vacancy, you can access our platform.
Okay, so now we move to the second question. Do I need to have experience related to sport to work at the Decathlon?
I want to fix a bit about this question. It's not about the experience. It's about your passion with sport. Even if you don't have previous experience related to sports, but you love sport, but you practice sport regularly. Sorry. Then it's already a match between you and Decathlon, and this is also our entrance. Sorry. Entrance point for you. And because at Decathlon, we sport is our DNA, and every activities inside Decathlon, we require the practice of the sport, because if you are the sport lover, then you you can deliver the suitable sport products for the sport users.
Yeah, I think like Zhang Chen already have the same question. Like she mentioned, how do we prove we do participate in sport, but choose not to take part in clubs? For example, you play basketball in recess with your friends. Do we need to mention in the CV, resume, or mention in the interview?
Okay. If you play sport, then do not hesitate to mention it on the CV, because it's a plus point.
Yeah, it's plus for the Decathlon.
It's plus point for the Decathlon.
Okay, because like I met some candidates. They mentioned like if they go to the interview with Decathlon, they need to mention their favorite sport and their strong sport if they want to pass the interview in Decathlon. So is it true in your company?
Yes, it's kind of a question that we will ask you when we do the CV screening. Because like I said, we are searching for someone who are matching with our company value and cultures, and the Decathlon value and cultures. It's about sport.
Okay. So I just want to ask about the popular sport in Decathlon. So if our students know that is the popular sport, they can go there, they can join, and they can enjoy the time in Decathlon.
Of course, because we have a Facebook group called Decathlon Vietnam. Inside the group, we also organize some kind of internal sport events, but you can also take part in with us. For example, we organize some kind of running activities in Hồ Tây or Hồ Gươm, and other activities inside the store. And by playing sport, you can understand better our company culture and working environment. And also it's very good chance for you to networking with Decathlonian.
Yeah.
And imagine that you go with us in kind of sport activities, and you met a sport leader or an HR who is searching for a part-timer. Then it's very good chance for you to submit their CV directly to them.
Yeah.
It's just an example.
Yeah, thanks a lot, chị Giang. And now we move to the third question. What is the most important requirement for the procurement employee?
Okay, thank you for these questions. At Decathlon, actually, we don't have someone like the procurement. It is like the supply production leaders position. When you are in charge of the part of the role is about the procurement. And of course, if you want to apply for the supply production leader, beside the recruitment criteria that I showed you previously, you should show also the detail-oriented mindset, also the competency to use some kind of analysis tool like Power BI or Excel, and also you should deliver a kind of concrete mindset and problem solving, because of the production team, they encounter several issues in every single day. So that's why you should be very flexible and deliver good problem solving mindset to solve all of these issues every day.
Yeah. Okay.
And another point is that for each job in the website, I think that you can read carefully the job description.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I think like one more question about the promotion framework, the job promotion framework. So can you share again with our student about the
job promotion?
I mean, like, I think that student asked about like the website you post a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will share the screen. Is okay, Cha?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
This is the Decathlon Vietnam job.
Yep.
When you can find the updating vacancies that we are searching for in all locations of Decathlon.
Yeah. So student, please remember the Facebook page that you can get the updated information from Decathlon if you want to check any updated information.
And also in this site, we also publish some very interesting news about the working environment at Decathlon.
Yes.
And also here, the talent website. Here you can find the job by department or by location here. And the job type, full-time, part-time, there's a lot of job for you.
Yeah. So students, please remember the, like the website from Decathlon to see. And you can find the information yourself.
Okay, I want to show you a bit more. This is the Decathlon Hanoi group. This site actually for the retail Hanoi to interact with the customers. But sometimes we publish in here some kind of activities and open for all customers of the Decathlon, and welcome you to join with us in that kind of activities.
Okay, thank you, Chi. Okay, so now we go back to some questions from our student. From the chat box, I can see like a lot of students having the same question for marketing position. They mentioned like they're quite interested in Decathlon, but they not sure any marketing job vacancy. So, chị Giang, can you share with us about marketing position in your company?
Actually, at Decathlon, we don't have the marketing department. We have the communication they are in charge of interacting with the customers, and you can find the keyword like communication leader or communication relay or graphic designer part-time inside the communication department.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not like because the Decathlon marketing motto is about word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like if the customer come to the store, they love it and they will tell their friends, family, and relatives. That's why we don't have something called the marketing department. It's like the communication department.
Oh yes. So hope that the answer from Chị Giang helped you a lot for your question related to marketing position.
Okay.
I think for the question related to job promotion framework, I got the clearer explanation coming from our student. I think he or she want to ask about Decathlon have any policy for talent retention or not.
The talent retention policy, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like
yeah, it's kind of macro questions, but to make it short, the Catalogue retention policy. If you remember one point that I mentioned in my presentation, it's about the working environment. We provide to the teammates the freedom and responsibilities at the Decathlon. You are not forced to be anything. Because you are the main actor of your job, and also you are the one who will be autonomous in your job. This is why at the Decathlon we have the leaders of a very young age, because they are trusted by the team leaders and the mentor, and they are granted the right to make decisions. I think that not many companies outside can trust employee in that way. And beside granting the freedom for employees, we also have a very strong system for learning and development. At Decathlon, this is very important because we recruit the young people, and if you are and we equip them with not only the hard skill but also the soft skill competency to fulfill the job. And also other policies such as the remuneration and the extra curriculum activities outside the job. If you want to discover more, then you can join with us in the recruitment process, and we will discuss and we will show with you more about that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, chị ơi. And now we move to the question number 5. What skills are important for candidates to successfully get a position in your corporation? Will the company offer job for fresh graduate lacking working experience?
Okay, so to answer this question, you should base on the job description, because each of the job posting we will clarify the portrait of the profile we are searching for. Like I mentioned before, if in the job post you see that we open for fresh graduate or we open for someone who have less than 6 months of experience, then you are welcome to submit your application. But for some position, we require the seniority profile, or we require someone who has many years of work experience. Then it may not suitable for you. One advice for the fresh graduate who are searching for a job, is that you should read carefully the job description and the job requirements, and you reflect to yourself about the strong point and the point to improve, comparing to the requirement of the job. And if it's a strong point for you, then you can sell it as the unique selling point in the interview. And if it's the point to improve, then you should maybe show that you have willingness to fix it and improve it in the futures. The most important point for a candidate to successfully to be hired in Decathlon is the suitability. It's the suitable of the culture, of the working style, and it's the suitability of the recruitment criteria, and your own profile, your own background. At Decathlon, actually, the working experience is not our top priority, but what we prioritize here is the suitability of you with us and with the team that we are looking for the profile.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
of course, we open for the fresh graduate profile.
Yeah. So in Decathlon, Decathlon is looking for the best fit candidate. So students, you should remember that. Read the job description carefully. Yeah. And we have the question number 6. Is Decathlon both a manufacturer or end distributor?
This is kind of a supply chain question, right? Decathlon is the sport retailer. It's our original. In Vietnam, we have the two functions. We both manufacturing and distributing. Decathlon is the manufacturer because we are having like 80 suppliers around Vietnam to help us to produce the products. Maybe it is the textile products, bike, or some kind of other sporting products that you are seeing selling on the shop floor. And also Decathlon is also distributing products to the end user via the two channels. The first channel is the physical stores. We have 4 stores in Vietnam, 2 in Hanoi and 2 in Ho Chi Minh City. I mentioned it to you previously. And also we sell it online in decathlon.vn, our e-commerce site, and in other marketplace like Shopee. And yes, we are both manufacturer and distributor. That's why you can find that we are looking for a wide range of job vacancies in not only production but also in retails. Because at Decathlon we have the a very full supply chain, meaning that you have several job opportunities by that.
Yeah. Okay. And we have question number 7. Decathlon encourage employee to join a sport club. Are those clubs outside the company or established within the company? If inside, how does Decathlon have policy to allocate time to facilitate employee participation in sport activities? I think one more question related to sport.
Okay. So it's very happy to see that IMIT students are passionate about sport. Thank you for that.
Same value with Decathlon. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, there's 2 kinds of sport clubs. The first kind of sport club is the internal sport club. Like we have the internal sport club for the yoga or running or the football team, and we may encourage our teammates to go outside of the company to join external sport clubs, because we believe that by getting very close with the sport users, we can listen to their transparent feedback on the quality of the products. This is why our production leaders they play sport a lot, and they interact closely with the sport users, and by that they will ask them their feedbacks and their ideas to adjust, to make some adjustment in their sport products. How does Decathlon have policy to allocate time? Well, like I said before, at Decathlon, we have the freedom and responsibilities. We do not manage teammates, basing on their working hours, like 8 hours per day. You go to work at 9 and you leave at 6. Now, it's not the way we manage our employees. You are freely to choose the time playing sport in your working time. For example, our yoga sport club organize in some day during the lunchtime, if you play the sport and then you don't have the time for work, then you can compensate later, and you are freely to choose where to work and what time you will start and what time you will end the work, because we manage basing on the project management, not the working time 8 hour management.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, chị ơi. I think the last question about, provided that I am a marketing graduate but having past QA and QC management experience in production, will my application be passed if I apply for role in production? It's quite a specific case.
Okay, this is very interesting questions. I have to say that having a past QA QC management experience is quite good, because this field is quite unique in the market in overall. So if you have kind of experience, then you work in a factory before or you work in a supplier before, it's good. So you have one plus point. The questions whether your application be passed if you apply for in production is very hard to answer, because like I said before, the working experience is not the top priority. What we are looking for is that the suitability between you and our company and you and the job content. And to choose to offer someone from the recruitment process, we have not only related to the recruitment criteria, but also your performance. When you are going through the recruitment process with us, if you perform good, and if you can show your performance and competency and the matching between you and the company, and I think a high chance that you can be offered the job. But like I said, you should make like a very proper preparation, because the face-to-face interview with Decathlon is a combination of a lot of activities, not only the face-to-face interview, but also the individual session and the collective session. Yes, it's more challenging and interesting at the same time.
Yeah, thanks a lot, chị Giang ơi. And I think, we have quite a few questions popping up from the chat box. I think, our student really interested in the opportunity from the Catalogue.
Each time when I join events with IMIT, I receive lots of questions.
Yes.
So happy to see that.
Yeah, because, like our student, I think because Decathlon is quite popular brand for our students. Yeah. Okay, so I think a question coming from Hoa: if a company does not open a recruitment program for entry-level applicants, what is the best way to find job opportunity at that company?
So the question is how the young profile can find the recruitment news. Yeah, right. Okay. Can I ask the support from my college, chị Nhung, from the HR team in Ho Chi Minh, because in Ho Chi Minh they have many more job opportunities for the junior profiles and fresh graduate. So I think chị Nhung is ready to answer these questions for you.
Hello, chị Nhung.
Hello Giang and Trang. Nice to see you, and I'm sorry for the late due to the connections of Wi-Fi. Now I'm in the room of sport in Decathlon Ho Chi Minh because I find no room available in the office.
Yeah.
But I really want to share with you some about this room later. Sorry, Giang, can you repeat the question because I'm reading the question regarding to e-commerce operation leader in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so you are searching for e-commerce leader, right? You can answer it later. And Hoa question is that if they are the fresh graduate or they are the students, how can they access to the recruitment news for our company?
For the fresh graduate or undergraduate student, we have many job vacancies. In our website decathlon.talent.vn, it shows on the job vacancy open. You can search on it and apply directly through the website. Other job posting will be the job posting channel will be the Facebook. It's quite relevant with retail team. We post the retail job on it mostly. It's when you search on the Decathlon job, may you see the retail job mostly.
Yeah.
Because you see that like the social channels is more familiar with students.
Yeah. I just wonder because like I think a lot of students have been the same question related to junior position because they can see like the requirement around 1 to 2 years of experience, but they're still fresh graduate and they're really interested in the job opportunity. So is that available? Is that possible for them if they apply for the job?
Okay, I can say yes. You see that student now is so active and they have experience during university. It's not like they graduated and they will do the internship, but I see many students, especially students from RMIT, they have many internship when they are at university, and this experience is so valuable. You mean we just closed the job post for communication executive at Tân Phú store?
Yeah.
And in the recruitment sections, I have contact with some just fresh graduated from university because in some few years when they are at university, they have internship like a full-time role, and
Yeah.
they have quite they have they had do the similar job as our company requires. So the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate to
Yeah.
do it, because if you don't do it, you cannot answer is it yes or no. If you show your emotion, with the job, the company, and you have and you can prove it that you can do. I mean that everything can be trained, and
Yeah.
we can do it. We can train it for you. We have I want to add in one strong point from Decathlon, that we have human management scheme. That's either meeting one between teammate and leader,
Yeah.
and to accompany with you on your personal development plan. The leader will support you on it. We have the meeting one every 6 weeks, and we have mid-year meeting. We also have the annual appraisal meeting to see through 1 year of your performance, 1 year of your development. So don't worry.
Okay, I want to add in one more tip for the students. If you join kind of job fair like this, you can keep the contact point from the HR or the hiring leaders. You can connect with them in a LinkedIn, because I receive some kind of message from the students quite a lot after joining the job fair. And at least if I have kind of the future job opportunities, I will remember that students with that kind of background and previous experience, and I will call them right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks
I
a lot.
think,
Thanks
yeah,
for
I
the
think after this meeting, Trang can give to on the email of Giang and me, that
yes.
they can share with us directly.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chị Giang and Chị Nhung. Yes, I will check with our student. And our student, you should, like get the tip from Chị Giang that you should have the network with the extra coming to the recruitment week or the job fair, or for other activity in our universities. And here by the way, we have Chị Nhung here. I think one student having the question related to the marketing position or graphic designer in Ho Chi Minh City. Do you have that opportunity in Ho Chi Minh City?
Actually, in almost 2 years recently, we don't have a full-time vacancy for graphic design. Last year, we have a vacancy for part-time.
Yep.
And it and the candidate is from IMIT.
Oh,
Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh. Yeah.
Okay.
We sometimes open this position, but now you see, for graphic design, we work with some agencies.
Yeah.
So it's quite seasonal. It's not a fixed position.
Yeah.
And in Hanoi, we often recruit the graphic designer intern. It's like because we recruited the students, so they just can work for 3 or 4 months, and then we need to recruit another one. So the situation is quite different in Hanoi. So if you want to apply for the job in Hanoi, then you can send application for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Chị Giang and Chị Nhung, for the useful tip. And I think we have the question coming from Thanh Thùy. I have a question for the e-commerce operation leader position. I saw that it requires 2 years of experience in e-commerce function warehouse. So how a fresh graduate need to prepare themselves to apply for the position, and any position that a fresh graduate can apply for? Thank you.
Okay, I will answer these questions, because operation leader, e-commerce operation leader is a job in a retail team, e-commerce team in Ho Chi Minh City. The first question is how a fresh graduate needs to prepare themselves to apply for this position. Actually, fresh graduated can apply for this position, but it's based on your experience, because for this position you have to work with many agencies in logistics.
Yeah.
And you have background in economic or logistics is a plus. Actually, this position we had closed because we had the recruit one already. For this role, you will work like a manager of orders, online order. So firstly, you can ask yourself if you have motivations on order management and working with procedure. If you have, you can continue to pursue your career in this field, like procurement, procurement or supply field, supply position. Any position.
Okay, so actually, now the requirement for these jobs is like 2 years of cooking experience. But now I told you that when we opened the recruitment for this job before 3 years ago, I recruited a student from IMIT. He is fresh graduate of supply chain management department.
Yeah.
And actually, you know, the requirement of the working of years of working experience is not that important in some cases. If you can show your competency and your potentiality to grow, then I think it's not quite a big problem. But if the company they really looking for the seniority profile on that job, then it's not quite a match. But go ahead, and if you can persuade the employer, that is not a big deal, because I used to recruited MIT student for this job 2 years ago.
Oh, thanks a lot, Suzanne. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot for your interesting sharing and insight. I totally believe that our students already have, like gained lots of knowledge and, know more about Decathlon culture as well as the recruitment process. And thanks a lot for your time today. And I know that Zhang, you just recovered from COVID-19. So yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you to you and hope that you will recover very, very soon. And thank you so much for your attending today. And yeah, hope that you will have a nice working week. Thank you a lot, students. And please remember that we will have more sessions coming up in this week. So yeah, so for some students, if you still want to meet Decathlon in the networking session, please remember to join on the Friday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. to meet Decathlon in person and ask more questions. Yeah, thanks a lot and bye-bye.
See you, Chang. See you.
Thank you, Chang.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thank you.